But in this future we're thinking of that's coming from the precedent of forcing these vaccines on people, we could lose things like home birth, for one, which a lot of vegans like me want, because I don't know, because any medical intervention, can be an infringement on your rights and another risk for you, right?
Yes.
Like a lot of vegan mothers talk about how they have horror stories about going into the hospital, being induced because their doctor wants to go on vacation and they need a time frame where they want to have the birth happen faster, right? And then the induction leads to a more painful birth, which leads to an emergency C-section,
and then your
et cetera. All these, all these interventions lead to more interventions, right? Yeah. Whereas if you do a home birth, it's like $6,000.
Yeah.
It's also just more natural. But yeah, interventions lead to more interventions. It's the case with situations in the hospital, but it's also the case with our government, right? So it's like if they know that we will take this vaccine unquestionably, every single person, then you're going to give them an inch and they're going to take a mile. They're going to keep going with that.
Yeah.
And it's the same way. They might say, oh, you can't raise your kids vegan, or you can't raise your kids not vegan, or you can't do whatever. They just want more control. They'll say, oh, you can't homeschool. You know, it's just going to be more and more little things till we get to the point where we are living in a country that is USA in name only, right?
Yeah.
Because right now we have the Constitution, we have the Bill of Rights, but are they following them? Not really. Like all these laws that we have in place are supposed to protect us from this happening, what's happening right now. But instead, what we have is they're just disobeying the law. Like the lawmakers are disobeying the law, and they're just going to keep doing it. If you look at the patterns just going to continue.